welcome back to another Sims 4 building challenge. Today I'm trying another random lot generator, and this time I also won't know what type of lot I'm building. Every once in a while it's so fun to dive into all of the different types of worlds and of course different types of lots, so we don't always just build a residential. Today I want to get inspired by wherever the world takes me. Again, by that I mean that I'm going to be using James Turner's website, in particular the new random lot picker tool. I mean, this is not that new, but he's added the random lot type. So if you do tick this and generate yourself a lot, you will get, you know, just say whatever, this world. But you'll also have to make a thrift and bubble tea store. I really love these generators that he creates. They're fully customizable, and also things like this keep building alive for me. You know, generators like this created by a mastermind like James Turner, I think is just a recipe for an amazing build video. And for you guys watching at home, it's a recipe for just getting creative. I think we should go and generate ourselves a lot. So I'm gonna click 3 times and let's get into the building. So generating number 1, karaoke bar in Newcrest. Okay, well, I don't want to build in Newcrest. I always build in Newcrest, so no thank you. Number 2 is a gym in Oasis Springs. Maybe I'll actually get rid of base game. That's also a bit boring. And number 3, so this is the one we're actually gonna get, is going to be a residential in San Myshuno. I wanted something that's not a residential. I like the apartment vibe. Maybe I'll just do number 4. Okay, number 4 is a vet clinic in Evergreen Harbor. This is quite a big lot actually, and I don't think I've ever built a vet clinic. So this is where we have to build. It's a 40 by 30, the Quarry building community space, but I'm going to be turning that into a vet clinic. I mean, this is probably the weirdest location for a vet clinic, but we got to get them pets looked at. So I've changed it to the vet clinic already. Let's turn it to daytime. Oh my god, this is just so random. That bench all the way by itself over there looks so sad and lonely. That is a bit weird. Nevertheless, if you are new here, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Of course, don't forget to use my creator code if you are going to be purchasing any packs in the future. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone that does support my channel. I see you guys and I really appreciate you. So anyways, let's get into this vet clinic. As I said, I don't think I've ever built a vet clinic. Also, I hate the way I can't see the actual boundary of the lot because it's such a weird color. But I think I can make something cute out of this. So should I get inspired maybe a little bit by this world? I mean, what is there to be inspired by besides the quarry? Maybe I can create some sort of like a nice light looking building to fit the aesthetic. I always laugh about a lot of like big contemporary homes these days kind of looking like vet clinics. Like, I drive past like a beautiful modern contemporary home and I always laugh to myself. I'm like, wow, that's beautiful, but it looks like a vet clinic. So why don't I play with that idea a little bit today? Usually what I mean by that there are like a lot of glass, big windows, but just like a really basic contemporary design. It would be kind of cute if we also had like a back area, maybe like a little garden, so that like if you are waiting, you don't have to be waiting inside because it can get a little bit overwhelming for your dogs and your cats or whoever you're bringing here. In the vet clinic that I actually go to with my cat, it's a really cool design. It's in real life actually, obviously. But what they do is they actually have like a separation. So when you go in, there's 2 separate waiting areas, one for the cats and one for the dogs. I actually think that's a pretty cool concept. Maybe that's something we could think about. So I feel like as you come in, maybe we should have a little bit of an interesting feature at the front. I kind of like also that idea of like a double door entrance, so that just in case if your pet does go insane when they go in, there's like a 2 lock system. Oh, we could definitely use doors like this. Okay, that's really small actually. Maybe I'll make it small wall height. Like imagine you come in and then your dog gets a little overwhelmed and he tries to run out. Well, don't worry because we've got the double lock system. You come through this door and then you've got a separate door, making sure that you just don't run out. Making sure as you as the owner doesn't run out. So I'm also imagining as you come through this door, we would probably want like a little bit of a check-in desk. So I'm thinking I might make the check-in area back here. Also want to almost like divide this room in half. Let me just use this fence for the time being so that when you do come through, you will almost have like a cat section and then a dog section. So then once you're done waiting, just say you go like just say check in and then you go through the hallway into the actual like examining room section. Maybe we could also create like a small little hallway. These could actually be a potential space for bathrooms. I do also need stairs for the upstairs of the building. God knows what's going to be happening up there, but maybe we could make like a big enough examination room, but then also like a big staircase staircase to enter the upstairs. To be honest with you, I could probably just make this like one giant bathroom. Because like, where does your pet go when you go to the bathroom in a vet clinic? Do they just sit there in the waiting room by themselves? I'm so confused. I never had to go to the bathroom when I was in the vet with my cat, but just imagine you do. You go in there. So I'm thinking of something like this. This is what I've designed this space to look like. So I added a little bit of an extension because I kind of thought to myself, so yeah, that's fair. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Just ignore this for the moment. But I want there to be kind of two separate waiting areas, kind of like I've mentioned already. But then I still wanted there to be a little bit more for the Sims to do here, because I found that every time I brought my Sims to the vets, and my Sim just kind of stood there like an idiot, just kind of waiting around, twiddling their thumb. So I decided to make a little bit of an outside area. So to accommodate both the dogs and the cats. For the dogs, I did like a little run around area, which now in hindsight, this looks a little bit more like a prison. So maybe we'll adjust that slightly. We'll also have like a nice outdoor seating area, but this would be like a little cafe. So maybe then the cat owners, because you know, like cat owners are so different to dog owners. Cat owners will sit down with their cats, kind of like a cat cafe, get a little coffee, just chilling, waiting for their appointment, being a little bit more sophisticated, while the dogs are running around like crazy chickens out in the pen, in the prison looking like a pen. But I still wanted this to feel like it's a bit more of a community space, so that once you're done with getting your pet checked up, you know, you don't just like yeet yourself straight back to your home lot, which is what I usually did. So I wanted to make it a little bit of like a friendly area. Down here I did some toilets with this really interesting window placement, which kind of looks weird from the outside, but I didn't know how else to put windows here. And I really wish I could take these windows and put them vertically so that I could like put them in this little patch right here on the wall, but I couldn't find a window that looked as good as I wanted it to. Anyway, so we will have one vet checkup area right here, and then we've got another one upstairs, so it's the same kind of shape. I'm thinking again, one primarily more for cats and the other one more for dogs, just so that we are separating the two a little bit, because we know animals can get stressed. Obviously, if they don't like each other, that's very fair, and that is very similar to, as I said, my own vet clinic. Then this is going to be like a really small little staff area for your staff to hang out. But then again, yeah, we've got bathrooms, and I did also have showers here. The idea behind the showers is because your Sims, for some reason, every time you try to run anything in the Sims, they just come stinky. I don't know what it is. You just need a shower every once in a while. But also I thought that maybe like it's for your dog. You can bring your dog in there and like wash them off, like if you need to. I thought that was quite cute. And then upstairs, we'll just do like a small little sitting area right here. So that's what we've got. So maybe let's start working a little bit on the front. Now that I think about it, I feel like the waiting areas should actually be kind of like half walls, but I don't really like the idea of half walls. So I might actually use eco lifestyle little wall thing, because you want to make sure that your pets feel comfortable, and if you genuinely need to separate it from like a different animal, it would be nice that they don't see each other at eye level. So maybe that makes more sense. But do we have a gate that matches that? Of course we don't. That's a very specific fence, and they didn't give us a very specific matching gate. That's just fantastic for us, isn't it? I'm wondering, can I make these work from Adventure Awaits? I know they look a bit weird, but they just kind of remind me of like animal vibes. So I think something like that does look good. I actually thought that maybe working with this blue aesthetic would be quite nice here. So I've just changed the lighting on the lot, because honestly, it's really hard to look at this lot with the lighting I previously had. But I still want to make this quite contemporary. Okay, this is what I've created, and I actually really love the kind of aesthetic and the colors of this. Now, I did just realize that this little businesses and hobbies square, it actually allows these to snap in there, which I think is just amazing. So we can actually fit all of these like little decals inside the square. So I'm just picking out which one I want. Maybe just like this regular one. Kind of like the idea of text. Maybe just this regular one kind of works here quite well. I know there's like no grass on this lot, but I really am like desperately searching for something like that. So I'm wondering, is it possible that maybe I just get one of these and create us a little bit of grass? I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, and it actually in fact is not going to line up perfectly. But imagine if I just painted this like a nice green, just for the animals, you know, to kind of think about the fact that this is all a normal lot. Oh my god, that actually looks so stupid. Like, I hate where this lot is. It's on a quarry. Like, you wouldn't have grass on a quarry. Like, I just feel like I need some greenery. It's obviously artificial grass, but I just hate the fact that there is no grass. Genuinely, I think something like that actually looks so cute. So I might just add also another sign, and then maybe like a little bit of text next to it or something. It's a little bit hard to see it, I'm not gonna lie, but I just love the idea that these signs actually fit in to this little sign. So maybe I will just add that right there as well, so that we have a nice little sign on the side of the building, because like, I mean, there's kind of nothing happening on that side and there are no windows. Actually, the same thing here, but maybe I'll just add some like little bit of greenery and stuff, because I know I said that it's kind of weird that there is greenery around in a quarry, but I would just like to think that they've made this for all the animals to feel like things are okay and things are normal because there is grass around, you know, because like the dogs might feel a little bit more welcome if they see little patches of grass. But I feel like this is one of literally those vet clinics that's so contemporary and so modern that it honestly kind of makes no sense. Nothing really makes sense around here. Like, why is there grass here in the middle of a quarry? God knows. We just got planning permission. We don't really question how we got it, but we did. I've also decided to make a little decline here on this portion of the building. So it almost feels like you've got to step down. So I'm imagining if a cat or a dog is here, it'll be a little bit difficult for them to jump over the fence, because I know the fence is quite low. Of course, you keep your pet on a leash around here because that is a necessity. I don't really know what's happening here with my flooring, but I am just gonna ignore it. But I suppose this does look a little bit better because I can carry the grass almost like fully in now and I don't have to worry about it kind of sticking out. So maybe that does make sense. Maybe it doesn't look too much like a prison anymore because it's kind of nicely decorated now. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. But I just want to make sure the pets are safe so that they don't run out. I don't think this looks too bad, guys. I mean, for a middle of a quarry, I don't think it's that bad. Still a bit weird, but I'm sure we can work with this. So I'm kind of thinking, I know it's on a quarry and we are off in the world of eco lifestyle, but I feel like maybe to make this lot make more sense, with their planning permission, they also got permission to add a little bit of sand so that the texture of the actual lot isn't just like rock, an uncomfortable, unnatural rock. So maybe that's why they also got a little bit of like planning permission to maybe even do like this little stony kind of path here. Maybe that would be like a nice little bit of detail to add a little bit of just normality and grass texture to this. Of course, as this challenge suggests, I still have to be inspired as much as I can by the world of eco lifestyle and where I'm building. But I just feel like it would be much nicer if we had a little bit of something. Like, I mean, there is a little bit of sand coming through this little like area too, which is okay. But I think that way it then will allow me to maybe add a little bit of like landscaping, maybe like a couple of these things, maybe some of these actually too. I don't know. I actually don't know where Evergreen Harbor, that neighborhood, I actually don't know what it's based off of. So that's very interesting. Let me know where it is because I actually have no clue. Never really thought about it, to be honest. So today it's inspired by wherever these shrubs come from. I love the way this aloe vera plant is still 0 simoleons. They've moved it down the category. It used to be at the very top for some reason, but it is still 0 simoleons. So if you ever want some cheap landscaping, don't you worry because there is one there. Actually, I feel like that cactus is a little dangerous because I mean, like, you're gonna have your animals coming here. One of them is so gonna run through that cactus and hurt their little paws. So maybe let's not do that. Actually, now that I think about it, well, I've added this little like privacy wall out here as well, just in case. I mean, it's just like a metaphor for a privacy wall, but again, it just like gives you that idea that maybe this area is just like well protected just in case your pet does run out, because I mean, you're right on the edge of a technical cliff. So you want to make sure that your pet is secure, because I have made an outdoor area for it. So again, I know this isn't fully closed off, but just you get the metaphor. But now I'm kind of thinking about it. How the heck would you get here? Because apparently to walk here, like how do you even walk onto this place? You don't. Like there's no actual walking route off from the ground. So I'm kind of thinking maybe somehow this connects and maybe all of this is actually a road. So I was thinking maybe I should make some parking. The easiest way to make parking is you could just get like a black kind of flooring, something kind of textured like this. And the way that I like to do it is I like to take this white trim and sort of like mark out some car parks. So imagine like you're driving in this way. So you'd come in that way. So I'm presuming maybe the car parking spaces would be like this. Right now, how wide is a car? Not that we have cars in The Sims, but just imagine scaling this one up. I feel like for scale, maybe that is the correct size. Okay, that's way too small. Okay, so you see, this is what I've created. I think it makes sense. I've put 2 little cars there for scale, and I actually think this one really nicely matches the buildings. That's really nice. And I am again building in this lighting because this is like the everyday lighting. I mean, the afternoon lighting. And I just hate the fact that the front of the building looks so dark. So this one just seems to be a lot nicer for showing off the color. But I like this. I like the way this is turning out. And I got a little bit inspired by the couple of random trees. I mean, it is more like coniferous trees. Is that what they're called? But I decided to put this a random tree here and maybe some of these like bush kind of trees here too, just to make this look a little bit better because I feel like it was lacking a little bit. I was gonna add some extra windows now, but I decided maybe let's figure out the actual floor plan. So let me figure out what I actually need to make this a physical working vet clinic. So I need an exam table, obviously vet podium and waste disposal, and then optional we've got surgery station, medicine crafting table, and a medicine vending machine. I feel like those shouldn't be optional, but whatever. Okay, so we don't necessarily need too many specific items. We'll of course need an exam table. Oh my god, there's this budget one. Of course, we're not going to do the budget one. We're going to do the beautiful colored one. So let's see. Why don't we do like a pink room? Wait, now these two are very similar in color. They're just like switched, which I actually really like. But maybe it would be kind of cute if we do like a pink and a blue room, I suppose. So we could have the blue room upstairs and then the pink room downstairs. What's a vet podium? Excuse me? Oh, a check-in podium. Okay, podium. I think that's a check-in machine, honestly, but whatever. So maybe we could have the machines. Like, do we even need a check-in table? I guess it would be nice to have one. I am really inspired by my own vet clinic. I mean, there is no cafe in my one, but maybe I'll just do like a desk and we could have like two little check-in machines this way. Unless what we do is we force the Sims to actually walk into this section, their cat and their dog. So we could do the check-in podiums inside there. That would be a nice way to actually bring people into those waiting areas. So maybe we'll do that. And then we also need waste disposal. Okay, so like a bin. Fair enough. So we could get like a massive trash can somewhere. Where though? Where should we get this trash can, Sandra? Maybe actually underneath the bin. Or underneath the bin. Sorry, oh my god. Underneath the trees over here. That would be kind of nice. No one will be able to see them over here. Oh, we can get a nice blue bin as well. Look, 2 blue bins. That's nice. I mean, it makes sense. It's kind of over by the car park, so no one really cares about that. Okay, so we've got all of our things. But of course, we'll add the optional things too. I need a surgery station. Okay, so one of these, right? Okay, well, I guess actually this little corner right here is a perfect little section for that. So maybe as you come in, you'll have like the doctor's little desk here. Maybe over here is where they will actually examine you. But I'll do like a nice little desk section here for the doctor. Sorry, for the vet. You know, because you always have like a thing, like a little desk like this, just say. And then like you've got 2 little chairs and you like sit down and be like, right, so what brings you here today? And you're like, my dog ate a lot of grass. Well, my cat ate a lot of grass and it got sick. That's actually what happened with our cat recently. He just eats a lot of grass every time he goes outside. It's really annoying. Okay, I think something like that is kind of cute. So we've got like the vet table. Maybe can I make it pink as well, or is that a bit much? Maybe that's a bit of a push. Oh, we could add like a nice light wood to this. But this is for sure like the pink section. So I guess I don't really need any extra windows. Like I could throw another window over here, which wouldn't be too bad of an idea. I really love these windows. Yeah, maybe actually that really nicely ties this whole place together. And I'm wondering, could I use maybe, this pink wall? Look how cute that is. So obviously like that metal kind of feel makes sense in a vet clinic because just in case the dog gets sick all over the walls, or okay, that is a little bit traumatizing, but you get the idea. We want to make sure that this place is nice and comfortable for the animals so that they don't feel uncomfy. Oh wait, this is fun too. We could add a little touch of this here. Oh, I love it, guys. This is exactly what I wanted, I guess. I don't really know what this is, but it's kind of cute. Okay, so I did the same thing upstairs and we do have a little cat chair because I think that's really funny. I was thinking of doing a wooden on the floor, but honestly, cat gets sick on the ground. Why would you want wooden floors if that's the case? So then I was thinking of doing this, but is that like totally gonna hurt your cat's eyes? I mean, I kind of like this look. I think it's so funny. Maybe this like light blue. Oh, hold on a while. This is kind of funky. I do also have this, which I feel like maybe that works a little bit better. Like it is extremely blue. Oh, or this. Oh, guys, I'm stuck. I'm torn. I'm stuck. What about down here? Oh, we could do this pink. Oh my god, this is amazing. I'm enjoying myself extremely. Okay, it's a bit much, I think. Oh God, but this. Okay, I'm gonna leave this for the moment and see how I feel in a while. Oh, I love the upstairs. Okay, so we've got like the pink and the blue portions right here. So you got the cat and the dog. So maybe upstairs, I'll actually run that window up here too. Essentially, I started doing this so that I can figure out the windows and then I kind of forgot. So maybe let's do this. So in that respect, we would also have to have a window up here. So what I might do is I might just put one here, or even actually two. Like, do we really care? Not really. Maybe two would be nice, kind of like a corner window. And then down here, just to keep this section kind of covered, because I can't put windows down there because of the bathrooms, I could just do something like this. So we could just pretend it's like a section, and I can even put one of these next to this to kind of balance all of that out. I think that's kind of fun. I kind of like it, guys. Okay, that's your little office space. Well, not office space. This is your little staff room. I was kind of thinking that it would be nice to enter the staff room also through this room, but I guess it probably would make sense just to have it through this room. That's nice. Okay, bathrooms are okay for windows. So essentially it was really here that I needed to figure out the windows, because I did want something on this wall, but now that I think about it, is that like gonna be a bit weird? Is that a lot of windows? Is it gonna be distracting for your dogs and your cats? Because I feel like dogs, usually when they see like a car pulling up in the driveway, they're like, oh my God, someone's coming. Are they gonna get triggered by the idea of watching the car park? Probably, but do I really care? No, not really. So that's probably nice, because otherwise we won't really have any other windows in this establishment. So I guess this makes sense. I could make these blue actually to fit in with the wall a little bit. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Okay, so then we have the little main front desk area. So if I type in front desk, is that a thing? Oh yeah, okay. I guess we do have this one, but is this one gonna fit my aesthetic? No, not really. No, thank you. I'll make one myself. So maybe to fit in with the kind of aesthetic of the colors we were working with, maybe we'll make this room green, because like there's like pink, there's blue, whatever. Maybe we could also have a little bit of green. And I was thinking the way to do this would probably be something like this, where we just create our own little front desk. So all you really see is just like the green desk. I'll put a nice green chair here as well. Oh, fuzzy wuzzy 100%. Oh yeah, PC gaming setup. No, we'll have like a regular little green front desk area, and then we can have like nice windows to the kind of cafe area, so you can kind of enter the cafe through either side that you're coming out with. So it's like a nice unifying place behind us, because I know it's very separated, but I feel like it is for the good of the pets that I separated these sections. So I think I'm kind of happy with the way this is working out, and I don't think I'm going to put any more windows here, because then I'd have to put some on the other side, and then there's honestly kind of nothing here. So maybe just to make this space a little bit more interesting, I might just turn this into like another little grass patch. There we go, just a little bit of grass over here. I actually really like the way this is working out. I'm gonna hit save because I'm terrified of this crashing. I think for this section, I will just trim it. I'll trim the platform a little bit with some wooden vibes. And then we will have this. I was going to do it like cork board, because I feel like that also will be really nice for like your cats to come out here and like scratch their little nails on it. Yeah, maybe actually that's a little bit better, because I feel like that would be just like a really nice texture for your pets. And maybe I could also run that here. I really hate the way this is looking. I wonder, can I like close it off? You know, the way there's like that little thing from Cottage Living? I really don't know what it is, but it's like that plank of wood. This thing. What if I just take this and like close that little gap off? Okay, that looks a little bit better. It almost looks like a special step up for your pet. But maybe it actually makes sense that there is a little bit of like texture like that here too. And then I could just paint a little bit of that. Maybe like actually all the way around. Just again, to give you that idea that this is more than likely, well, it could be artificial grass, or else maybe it's somehow planted. The way people put like bags down first, like black sheeting, and then they put soil on top of it, and then somehow they grow grass. I really don't understand how gardening works like that, but I'd like to think this is what's happening here, so that's pretty cute. Okay, let's move back into this area. So again, I really want to do wooden colors, but I just don't think that it would make sense unless I do wood here and then just do tiles in the other places, or else we just have like, you know, the way you can get these tiles now for the ground, like in real life, tiles that are actually wood looking, you know? So maybe that's what's happening here, but then it would still be kind of funky if I made maybe divided these two spaces into two different colors so that it does make sense. So that when you like load into this lot, you're like, oh my God, why is this pink and blue? And then you're like, oh wait, there's pink and there's blue. So it makes sense that one section is cat and one section is dog. I kind of like that. And it just makes this place a little bit more friendlier feeling, do you know, with the colors. I think we just want to make sure that our pets feel nice and comfortable here. But they won't be freaking out because we do not want our pets freaking out at the vets. More than likely already will be freaking out. So we do not need that for them. Maybe I'll paint this inner wall kind of green here as well. Maybe actually all inside here too. Well, maybe we could add a little bit of this wooden texture here as well. And maybe I could also run that wooden texture throughout this portion just to make it a little bit more neutral in here. Again, I think those kind of colors, those neutral, light, pastel-y almost colors with the light wood is a very friendly feeling, you know? You just feel more comfortable coming in here. Okay, also, what else do I need? I need a medicine crafting table. Oh, okay. Well, maybe we could have that actually in the little staff room. Maybe that's where the staff are actually crafting some medicines for the pets. That makes a lot of sense. We will do like a nice little seating area too, but I'd like to fit in 2 of these if possible, but is that a bit scrammy squishy? Excuse me? I meant to say crammy squishy and I said scrammy and squishy. Anyways. I'm just adding some cluttery kind of bits in here from Get to Work and stuff. So I was thinking of doing like a small little kitchenette area just so that they can create a little bit of foodies for themselves. Nothing too wild though. I'm thinking of just like a mini fridge and one singular counter and kind of calling it a day. Well, actually, maybe we could do 2 counters. So we could also have a sink. And then of course, maybe like a microwave here would be essential. I think if I just put the microwave like that, it should be functional on top of that fridge. So they can still prep some food over here. There we go. That's pretty cute. Kind of weird that they're like prepping the medicines in the same room that they are making their own breakfast or lunch or whatever, but just forget about it. It makes sense in my head. Okay, I think something like that here would be nice. And I'm realizing that there is actually glass above each section right here. So I might just move the spotlights over. And I do want spotlights here because I think it would make sense in a room like this to have spotlights. So that is our little staff room area. I just said I'd whack that out really quickly. Actually, now that I think about it, because you can see that portion of the wall, I wonder will I just carry that section through? Yeah, it probably just looks a little bit better. Okay, that makes sense. So this waiting area is quite big. So maybe I'll actually start working on that a little bit. So let's try maybe go for some pinky kind of colored chairs. And it would be nice if they kind of matched with the blue as well. So I'm looking for items that almost have blue swatches too. Okay, like maybe something like this. We could do 2 little chairs over like this in this corner, move that over a tiny bit and maybe fit another, well, maybe actually probably makes sense if they're more closer together. I kind of wanted like a little table in between them. Oh wait, now actually this section will be really nice maybe for 3 chairs. Can we fit 3 in here? Yeah, we can. Okay, I think that's quite cute. Then this section can be the way I liked it before. So something like this. And then maybe we actually have some pet beds because in The Sims, if your Sims are going to be waiting, like, I mean, cats and dogs can sit on couches, but maybe we could have like 2 little pet beds so that your Sims can kind of be waiting along with their pet. Okay, I did not know that, you know, these like statues, immortalized beastie, ceramic dog, what the heck? But these all have different swatches of like different types of dogs, and especially with the cats too. You can have some really cute cats. So I'm thinking maybe we could have like a little cat statue, maybe like this little ginger cat. Wait, now can I do 2? I think that is so funny. We could just have like 2 little cats. Oh, I'm dying at this. I'm sorry. This is actually so funny. Look, it's it's 2 little cats. I was gonna put some treats up there, but honestly, I kind of prefer the cats. Oh, that's so funny. Screw the tray. I'm gonna do dogs over on this side. So that way then we know that this is the cat section and then this is the dog section. So we of course don't get confused. And I am gonna try and use maybe like this rug from Cats and Dogs pack and then maybe the same kind of thing in a blue color over on the other side. Well, it doesn't have to be the exact same thing, but I want to try and use some Cats and Dogs items here because I don't use them very often. And recently I've actually discovered that I really like the furniture from that pack. Oh, I love this texture. Oh, that's pretty. Now I'll just go for this regular blue. But yeah, the furniture in that pack I actually really enjoy. So I wouldn't be too opposed to the idea of using more Cats and Dogs. Maybe in a separate video. I think I might make these chairs a little darker though. I think maybe if we have some extra kind of like posters here as well, I think that would be quite funny. But maybe we should have cat ones on this side actually. Maybe we could have like 2 cat ones here. And there's actually not much room for the dog ones on this side, which is kind of annoying. I've got this little sign over here to make sure you know where you're going, where you go to sign up. Oh my god, I actually really love this, like this little separate waiting area. I think it's so cute. Okay, I'm only now realizing there's actually a cat sign, like a little cat head. So I'm wondering, should I actually remove these lights and maybe just like symbolize the fact that that's cat and that's dog? And the dog was already kind of like a pinky color, so I think that makes a lot of sense. So here we go. We've got like the cat and the dog section. I just did this little front entrance area, nothing too special. And I was kind of working a little bit on the kind of like shop section. So again, in my vet, because I'm bloody obsessed apparently with my vets, but in our vets, obviously, as I'm presuming in a lot of vets, you can like purchase like snacks and food for your dog. So like healthy treats and like, you know, those kind of more maybe healthier kind of options for your dogs. So that makes sense. Also, this mat is from Cats and Dogs. And this is one of my favorite mats, honestly, like ever. So I think that's so adorable here. I've also added 2 other check-in desks, which I think it is a little bit ridiculous because now there's 4. But I just liked the balance of them, okay? So just ignore that. I wonder, can I put like a sign on this little portion? So like I'm presuming I could just get like this thing. Oh, I can. Oh, hold on a while. Oh, the pink and the blue sign, because it's like both cats and dogs. The pink and the blue. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. This is like the best vet clinic I think I've ever seen. Okay, what did I want to put in this section? Oh, wait, what was I going to put in this section? Maybe just another waiting area. Maybe just like a green waiting area. Oh no, the vending machines. Okay, sorry. My apologies. We need some vending machines. So maybe we could put 2 of them kind of like here. I love how much I was giving out about the idea of like, oh, no wooden floors because the pets will get sick. And then I put like 1,700 rugs here. Who's going to be cleaning those rugs? Because not me. All the pets, all they ever do is get sick here all the time in The Sims. So I don't know. It's not my problem though. I will not be worried about this. So this is where the cafeteria, the kind of restaurant would be. And I kind of wanted a little bit of like a sign to say like, oh, food this way. So how do I do that? How do I make it look good? I could just do this businesses and hobbies sign above the door, and surely there's going to be like a cafe or like a food little sign here. Oh yeah, there's like a cafe. We could do this so it shows that like, oh, through these doors you can go to the cafe. There's also a pet oh wait, where did my other sign go actually? Excuse me. Rude. There we go. Okay, so we've got like the signs for the cafeteria, which I think makes sense. Maybe on the other side then I could do the same thing, but actually have like the vet sign to be like, oh, if in case you're lost, to go back to the vet clinic, it's this way. Like, I mean, you'd have to be fairly silly to get lost in this place. There's not much here, but I think that's actually kind of cute. I've also just added this little green sign to show that like that's where you go through to the actual examination rooms and stuff. But I honestly think this little area looks so adorable. I know I don't have like pet bowls or litter boxes and stuff, but I think I'm going to do them both in the bathroom and in the kitchen. And by kitchen, I mean this little cafeteria space. So maybe let's work on that a little bit. I feel like I should continue with this idea of like color here. So why don't we maybe go for like a pop of yellow here? I think that would be quite adorable. Oh, we could do like some yellow tiling on the walls. Oh, actually, I don't really like the idea of the tiling. I think I want like a warmer kind of yellow for the tiling. But I guess I could do these. Oh, that's actually kind of cute. Wait, now let's make it kind of yellow and very happy and vibrant and bright. I think that looks cute. I'm also going to put curtains over here. I know it's a little bit of a silly idea, but in case there's like an emergency and a cat or a dog is like, you know, feeling a little bit panicky, we can actually close these curtains so that you can't see the outside. I don't know, I'm like really worried about the pets here, but I guess if I had a vet clinic, that's just how I would feel. I would feel the need to make my pets feel comfortable. I don't think that's a weird thing. Just gonna add some extra flowers and like plants to make this section look quite nice and like outdoorsy. But for this area, I am kind of just thinking of the businesses and hobbies cafeteria space. Maybe we could have like some of these at the back. Don't really like these together. Maybe that makes sense. Maybe I'll just do 2 of these like that, and then we could just have the little coffee dock right over here. Actually, I feel like 2 is way too many. Maybe 1 like that is enough. I don't want to make this place feel squishy. Sorry, since when do these apples not snap onto a counter? Are you kidding me? It's gotta be a new thing. What the heck? I just wanted apples on the counter so that the Sims don't make food there, but I guess that's not allowed. Oh, I think this space is actually really cute. It's just like a small little cafeteria just to get like some coffee, and I'll just do a couple of tables here. Nothing too major and too special, but I will do some pet bowls around here too. We could do like these yellow tables. Wait, now is there like a cute pattern? No yellow cute patterns. You kidding me? Oh, I kind of like the gold a bit more. Maybe that's a little bit more sophisticated. You know, the cats would appreciate that one. Maybe I'll just have 2 tables, kind of like this. And then a little bit of like a seating area over here in the corner. So I think then in the corner over here, I will do some pet bowls and things like that to make sure that your pets obviously have something to eat. Oh yes, we've got yellow. Oh my God, perfect. Let's do maybe 3 of those. I guess 3 will be enough. At the same time, you don't spend that much time in a vet clinic in The Sims, but it's just to make it feel like you can spend time here if you needed to. I think that makes sense. Maybe I'll also put like a little shelf above here so that we can maybe suggest that we also add more. We can give them treats. So like if your dog is doing really good, you can just give them some nibbles, some little treaties. Yes, there we go. Treats galore. Do we have a mirror so the pets can look at themselves? No, that's a bit weird, isn't it? I think that's pretty cute. Maybe I'll just have like a little menu here at the top as well. Yeah, like something like this. I know that has like a book on it, so it doesn't really make sense. Well, maybe I could change it to like this. It's just to have a little bit of a sense like, oh, this is just like a little cafe, a little restaurant. Come get your little snacks while your dog gets checked up. I want one of these here too, even though that is fruit. And technically you shouldn't really be giving fruit to a cat or a dog, but you get the gist. It's like snacks. Snacks for you and your pet. Makes sense. Maybe I could have like this cutlery, this like fork over there. Fire extinguisher too. Looks legit. I want this fire exit sign, but it never really fits anywhere properly. So no, thank you. Oh my God, the knives. No, that's dangerous. What I do want though is those dishes, that dish rack. This thing. Oh, this thing is fun. I love this. I'm going to put it right here, not above the sink, because the balance makes me feel like that's too tall. So I don't know. You get the idea. That's perfect. Oh my God. I've also added some little fairy lights here too. Maybe I'll get rid of the overhanging light. I don't really think we need it too much. Well, actually, maybe I will add just 2 over on this side so that they are underneath the actual roofing. But maybe it's just like a little bit more of like a chill, nice daytime cafe. Oh my God, I love it. I don't get why this door is here. It's really unnecessary, but I just love the idea of the balance. So that is our little cafe section. Okay, guys, so I've completed the outside here. So in the back garden, I actually decided to combine the blue and the pink together because outside of the vet clinic, cats and dogs are all friends. So I decided to mismatch a couple of chairs, which I think looks quite cute. We've got 2 different rugs and we've got some cat accessories. We've got pet bowls here as well because I kind of thought more so this was the dog and this was the cat section, but I still put in a few little cat ideas here. We've got this little thing here and just some greenery so that your dog can go for a wee here. I think that would be really nice and it makes a lot of sense. And we obviously have like the separate lock gate system, which I think is also really nice. I also kind of want to put another gate here. I know that doesn't really make sense and it's not going to be functional, but it would make sense to have that double lock system again, just in case there's a fight between the animals and you want to separate them. I think that would be quite logical. So yeah, that's what we've got happening over on this side. So I really, really love the way it's looking. I might just do the bathrooms really quickly and then we can kind of actually start working on the main vet section to decorate it quite nicely. I think I might actually get rid of maybe 2 showers and do more litter boxes here. Okay guys, so I've completed the bathrooms and actually just because everything was so colorful, I decided to make them black and white. But then I was like, wait, I need litter boxes. So I put litter boxes in these 2 cubicles and I put the little cat logo up on top of them so that everyone knows like, oh, these are the cat cubicles. Don't go in there. They're bathrooms, but they're not for you. They're only for the cats. So I thought that you could still shower here or else just say like wash your dog. But I thought that this was quite funny. And now that I think about it, maybe I'll actually make these toilets black. But anyways, that is your bathroom. So now all we've got to do left is do like the little hallway and then the 2 sections over here. So I guess I'm going to run the planks and the hallway here too. For the staircase, I was thinking about doing this one because I think this one looks really cool, but a dog could fall through that. A small little chihuahua could get itself running and fall through the gap, and that is dangerous. So we're not going to do that. We're going to do something kind of like these stairs, something that actually has structure to them. We want the stairs to be safe. OP generation failed. What the heck does that mean? Like, can you stop being weird? I don't understand why my stairs do that. One of my favorite stairs are actually these I was gonna say summertime escape. No, snowy escape, Lord above, because I love the texture of the wood and the color. And again, I think I do want this to feel a little bit safer for the pets going up the stairs. Why can't I put OP what are you talking about? Why can't I put banisters on this? And then it brought these two things from this room with it. What is going on with my game? Game, fix itself. Don't be like this. Don't be weird. Oh, actually, this looks really cool. Actually, never mind. I'm gonna put this here. Yay! Okay, it worked. Finally, thank God. I know I was just yapping on about the safety, but I think that's okay. I mean, there's little gaps here and there, but whatever. I kind of really like this door for the upstairs clinic, and then maybe actually this one for the downstairs clinic. I know it's a bit weird, but I kind of think it has a nice vibe. Maybe white though, like white, a nice bright color to make sure we feel very sterile. So I feel like actually this section of the clinic should also be just like white colors. Maybe we could add a little bit of like a pop of neutral or something, or maybe like this color, maybe on like this okay, what the heck, did you see that? I just want to paint underneath my stairs. It's gonna cost me 156, but it's gonna delete my stairs instead of painting them. Oh my God. So maybe I'll match that like wooden texture all throughout this wall, but we will kind of keep it, as I said, a little bit more neutral and a little bit more sterile feeling, because we are going into the surgery section. So we don't want to, I don't know what that means actually. It doesn't really make any difference to me that we're going into the surgery section, but I feel like it just makes more sense. It's awfully dark now without the spotlights, so I think I will just add one here at least, and then maybe one above the door right here. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense. Could have a fun little chandelier happening here. How the heck do I put the chandelier up? Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, not the lighting glitch. Ooh, that's silly. Oh, I want this to really nicely like light up the place, unless I do this, right? So I actually make it go here where it belongs, right? Roughly kind of in the center like this, or else we actually go, oh damn it, it just went the other way. Let's go right here, and then I will just take a spotlight down below and just make it invisible so that you almost can't see the spotlight, just so that it fixes like the lighting glitch. There's still a little bit of a lighting glitch, but I like the idea of having that there. Wait, now how do I make the lighting glitch not that bad? I'd need another saucer like here somewhere, like on this portion. So if I make it smaller now, it's awfully bright now. Where's the first saucer? No, it's still gonna have like a weird glitch. That is so bloody annoying. I honestly don't know what to do. I wanted a chandelier. What, is that a bit silly? Why can't the light carry through the two floors? I don't get it. It's also not centered. Maybe I'll make it smaller because it is a bit dramatic. Yeah, whatever, that'll do. So then up here we will have another like little welcome mat, but this one of course is going to be blue to kind of match the cat and the dog aesthetic. We love to see that. Maybe I'll actually move the door over to this way, that you're almost kind of coming through here. So that gives me the freedom of putting another little like cat sign here. I really like these signs. Don't think I've ever used these before. So here's the day. And then we'll have the dog sign in. Oh, wait, that's a cat. Excuse me. And we will have the dog sign here so that you know that this is where you go to get your dog checked up. And then I'll just put like some posters and stuff in the hallway. Okay, guys, so I've just created this like little upstairs section here. So we've got a small little waiting area while you're waiting for your poor little cat to go through surgery, which I actually think is heartbreaking, breaking, but I think it's quite cute. We've got a little bit of food section over here as well, and some sleepy time section. And now I feel that the dog's downstairs in their waiting area, they've get nothing. But look, you can still come upstairs with your dog and hang out, you know, whatever. So I think that's quite cute. So the one last thing I'll do is just try and decorate the actual surgery rooms themselves. So of course we will add some nice curtains. I feel like this is definitely a private clinic. Like, this is not just your regular vet clinic. This is like very fancy and posh vet clinic actually. Also, I don't really know what else to put here because like, what are these people supposed to be doing here? So of course in the desk section, maybe we'll also get a nice little rug. Oh, so fancy and so snazzy. Oh my God, sorry. This is so adorable. I kind of want to get this little book stand here as well, because I feel like this is almost like a little leaflet thing. Like, oh, know all about your pet's health. Take this leaflet now and literally don't read it because no one reads these leaflets. But you know, you never know. You might need it. In the back, I might do a little shelf. Might actually use my favorite cats and dogs shelf. There we go. That's nice. It kind of breaks up the pink a little bit with that nice rich wood. And then, yes, you've guessed it, some of my favorite objects because Sandra can't live without them. I also really love this plant. I've desperately overused it in this build already, but it is really nice. And especially when you get an item that you only have recently gotten added into your game, it is always really fun to just like really just like use it a lot until you get kind of sick of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing here, I suppose. So that's your little like awaiting a section area. So then I suppose all you really want is just a section here for your pet to be looked at. I guess we could maybe put some mirrors here here. Maybe that's something that we might need, you know, just in case there's like an intern and they're supervising, or like the supervisor is supervising and then they see something in the reflection. You know, I think that's actually quite handy. It might distract the pets a little bit, but I like to think, oh, this is cute. I like to think that maybe this is actually like a really helpful thing to the staff. And then of course, this is the dog area. So maybe we'll do some dog kind of posters. Maybe these two. This is the dog. Yeah, this is the dog area. Sorry, I got confused. Got confused with my pet clinic. We don't want any images of cats on the walls. Dogs only. Oh, maybe this like little blue thing. Maybe instead of that light, I'll put that light here. Although I feel like here we would need like a more vibrant light. Also, is this even going to be functional? No, I feel it is actually. I feel like it's going to be perfect. Maybe we'll just get another mirror kind of like this. No, I don't like that light here. I'm sorry. I could maybe do a light and like a plant or something, like a hanging plant. I like this thing. I want more of them. Oh wait, actually I can use this one. This one's pretty. Okay, there we go. That's quite cute. So yeah, again, I don't really want too many items here because I kind of want to make sure that this is like really functional. I guess what I could do is maybe just like a really simple chair in the corner. Like I could have done like a desk and stuff, or sorry, not a desk, like countertops. But by God, with that kitchen, the other room, I feel like they're just going to come in here and start prepping stuff here. So maybe not. Maybe this kind of like spinny chair here in the corner would make sense, you know, just like a doctor waiting. And then I feel like bins and stuff, maybe some food and some like stuff to make your cat feel more comfortable. Oh, maybe we can actually put this little bin right here. That's really cute. Sorry, my apologies. This is a dog version. This is the dog section. I keep calling it this the cat section. Obviously not the cat section, Sandra. The cats are blue. The dogs are pink, of course. Okay, so I think that's functional. So over the actual working section over here, I did put spotlights because I want to make it as bright as possible. But then over the little desk section, I put this lovely little light pink light. So that's adorable. So then let's go upstairs and do the one last room, which honestly, the combination of these colors scratches my brain in like the most bizarre way. I think this is just a beautiful color combination, like the blue and the light wood. Oh my God, I could cry. Like, it's so good. Do I really want this cat chair? I guess I do. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to push this section over a little bit. The lighting here makes me want to gouge my eyes out. I'm not going to lie, but what can one do? So again, same kind of story. I'm going to put maybe some more like cat posters here. Because of course, this is the cat section. So we're going to have like some posters like, did you know you need to scoop your cat's bum? No, you don't. What the heck? These are all different types of cats. Which one is yours? Mine is this black one. I have a black cat. But I also have two cats at my parents' house. I love cats. I would like to say I'm a cat person more than I am a dog person. But equally, I do love dogs and cats as well. But definitely, maybe slightly more so, I would like to say that I am a cat gal. Interested to hear back from you guys. What are you guys? Are you cats or dog people? Please let me know. Okay guys, so I'm just finishing up this room and I am trying to figure out what rug to put down here because the rug is definitely a very, very important part of this room. I don't know why. It literally goes against everything I said about the idea of having a rug in a vet because the cats are just gonna get sick on it. I guess this one's kind of fun. I don't think I've ever used this one, so maybe this is the right one to use. Again, I think I might just do saucers in this room, but I actually don't think I'll put a saucer over here because in the evening, well, actually in the evening it will look quite dark. So no, we do need an extra saucer here because the light coming through in the daytime is absolutely horrendous. Like, it hurts my eyes, so it's a bit annoying. We'll also do this light right here, but this is going to be your cat section. This is going to be where your poor kitty cat is going to be checked up on or else, you know, helped, which is great, obviously. Okay, there's two saucers here. So I think that this, honestly, this vet clinic turned out a little bit better than I expected. I did not think I was going to get so into the idea of building a vet clinic. Maybe I'll add some like solar panels and stuff as decoration, but guys, this seems to be my finished vet clinic, and I think next time I'm playing anything with a pet, this is the vet clinic that I will be adding into my game. I'm obsessed with it. I did not wake up this morning thinking I'd be doing a vet clinic today. This is my beautiful Sandra clinic, the Sandra's Vets. I don't know what you would call this, but I hate it with this lighting, honestly. I think this lighting, it just looks a lot cuter. Maybe let's tour it in this evening lighting. Anyway, so as you come through, this is what you've got going on here. Beautiful car park, nice little detail section over here. So let's go through and check in. So over here, you can kind of wait, you know, have a look, sanitize your hands, of course. And then you come through the main area. Okay, that's not painted over there, but just ignore it. You come through the main area of the vet clinic. So over here, you're like, hi, I'd like to check in. I wish I put some plants on this desk, but whatever. I'd like to check in, please. Okay, so are you a cat or dog? Oh yeah, you're a cat. cat. Okay, so then you go over here and you like check in and you wait in the waiting section of the cat area. So I think that's really cute. And then, are there things disappearing? Like, where did this thing get sold to? I swear to God, there was another thing of cat food here and then it disappeared. Okay, anyways, whatever. So then once you've checked in, I've added some like cluttery bits here for the reception lady too. Then you get to go over to the dog section if you have a dog with you, which I think is really cute. Then you get to buy some treats. Then while you're waiting to be seen, you can pop over into the cafe, which I think the cafe is so adorably cute and like such a lovely happy color. So you can get yourself a little coffee and a little croissant or a little scone, then come out through this section and then mingle with the cat and dog owners. This I think is so adorable. I think the lovely like pastel pinks and blues just work so well together, and I think it makes this clinic so adorable. It just makes it a little bit more than a clinic, you know, so your dog doesn't feel too stressed out or too like upset, because of course being a cat or a dog is very stressful when you're going to the vet. So 90% of dogs and cats kind of hate the vets, don't they? I don't know, maybe your dog loves the vet, who knows. But then anyways, when the doctor's like, okay, I'll see your cat now, come on through. So you go through this section, you're like, oh, first of all, I actually need to go to the toilet. So you go over to the bathroom section, which I actually really do love. We've got some toilets. And then over here, if your cat needs to go wee, it can go wee in these section, or else you can go have a shower. I don't know. I think this section is really funny. So then over here, we've got the dog area. So this is where you will sit down with the doctor and say, yeah, my dog keeps eating everything around him and I can't stop him. So he's like, okay, no worries, let's have a look. And then this is where you actually, I don't know, do the vet business. Now that I think about it, I'd love to run this as a business, maybe with businesses and hobbies, or maybe, well, I guess not a getaway. Like I wouldn't want to come to a getaway, but like, could you turn a getaway into running a vet clinic? Because you could like tell your Sims what to do. Like I wonder, is there like a thing to say cure pets and stuff? That way then I could like live on this lot and also like just like help sick pets. I wonder, is that a thing? Anyways, this is the cat section. I love the colors, honestly, of this room. Just makes me so happy. Blue is my favorite color, especially with that light wood color. I think it is so beautiful and so fantastic. So I love to see these kind of colors working together. So again, yeah, this is the cat section. I added a little bit of extra curtain here just because your cat might need a little bit of extra privacy. You know the way cats are. So anyways, that is that portion, and that technically now completes the whole tour of my vet clinic. And I mean, it did take me quite some time to build this. I've been building for ages actually, now that I think about it. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this, and I'm so glad that I tried this lot generator. I definitely want to do this again because I did, as I said, I didn't expect myself to be building a vet clinic today, but it turned out so incredibly fun, and I ended up getting so creative that challenges like that, the generator ones, really make you think outside the box. So let me know if you'd like me to do this again. Well guys, I'm going to leave you right here with my beautiful little vet clinic. Thanks so much to James Turner for creating that generator on his website. Definitely give that a go yourself. You don't have to be recording a video to try challenges like this, and this one in particular is so fun because how many residentials can one build? Try a community lot. Anyways, if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I shall see you in the next one. Bye!